You're probably familiar with Yoko Sumi Gaeshi as an attack from the standing position. We've covered it in previous videos, and you see it especially in judo. The Sumi Gaeshi, the idea of taking our partner up over the top, the Yoko is off to the side. And when we're working with the gi, instead of taking our partner straight back over our head, we take them off to one of our sides, usually out towards the side of the arm that we have trapped. Yoko Sumi Gaeshi is an incredibly strong technique from the standing position, but you can also find applications on the ground. Now, your partner isn't usually in a position where they're gripping your leg in the way that they are standing up. If we were hitting a Sumi Gaeshi from the standing position, I would like, for instance, for him to take a single leg, and then out of the single leg position, we would be looking to hit our Sumi out of this position. We've looked at heist versions of this, but there is one case on the ground, especially when you're in the bottom position, where your partner will willingly lace your legs, wrapping your top leg and setting themselves up for Yoko Sumi Gaeshi. And that's in the case of a leg lace pass. So just if we switch sides here, especially no gi, but you see this with the gi as well, right, with some specialized grips. It's not uncommon to have the top person, if I'm trying to pass his guard, to bring his two knees together. I understand that if his knees are wide apart, then he has some movement, he has the ability to use this leg, retract it, and then he's always protecting this inside space so that he can continue to move and then draw me into the pocket of his hips where he can start to attack, especially upper body, but also lower body. The moment I pin his knees together and keep his knees compressed, I have, number one, access to the flank where we can pass around the backside of our partner, right? So when we're locking, for instance, the body lock here, we're in the flank position, essentially, the outside part of our partner's leg, and then we can move ourselves around the top. Okay, so that's one example. Another example would be if we smash the knees together here, there's nothing stopping us from, for instance, knee cutting. If we were in a standing position, we drove both our partner's knees together to simply cutting our knee across the top. So there are a number of different ways of passing, but it's very desirable for you to want to push your partner's knees together when you're on the top. So when we're on the bottom here, often what we'll see is our partner passing their arm from the outside here to the inside position like this, okay? And even with his black rash guard in my legs, you can see that he's able to drive his arm through this space and begin to pin my knees. It'll usually start like this. Hand goes through, holds the hip, drops the shoulder, my knees get pushed down together, I have to post so I don't get smashed, he brings his hips up, runs around the corner, my guard is passed, my back is taken, and we're in big trouble. When we see this leg lace happening, we're going to proactively move our body towards our partner. So you're going to have a hand posted behind you. This is essential, because if you don't have a hand posted behind you, you'll find yourself getting compressed, smashed down towards the floor. So we start with a hand behind us. We take our top hand and we're going to reach here the same way that we would from the standing position, gripping across our partner's body here and holding right inside their armpit, right by their lat. When we're ready to begin our attack, we take our post hand and we re-grip here on our partner's arm. We want to secure this arm here. If we don't secure it and we start the action of our sweep, our partner will take this hand out, they'll base, and there'll be no sweep. So we want to keep our grip one, and then we're going to keep our secondary grip two and roll our partner's wrist to the inside here. By doing this, we're locking our own elbow to our hip, and then we're gluing the outside of our partner's wrist to our hip, making it very difficult for them to escape. There's a gap between us. If we were standing, we would jump or step into this space, but now that we're seated, we're going to slide. So we control our partner and we slide our body through. Notice that at no point are we allowing our two knees to come together. We're keeping our knees wide. Now that we're tight, we can use this grip to draw our partner and form a connection between his shoulder and our shoulder here. You hear maybe space initially, you want to close that gap. Now you're going to pull your body in underneath your partner. We're going to draw our partner forward here, and we're going to use our inside leg to lift. So we want to have his weight supported by our right leg. We're drawing our center of mass underneath our partner to make this lift easier. If you're too far away, you're going to find that lifting is very difficult. So the key to this move after you've established this control is sliding your body in towards your partner. You know that you've done this right when you're head over head with your partner. It's possible to go head to head with your partner, but it's not really possible to have distance between you. There's just too much space, your arm is too long. So you want to draw your body forward. Now, we're going to slide our hips in as we throw our back to the floor. The direction of our sweep is out towards our right rear corner here. So we're going out in this direction, not straight across. We're going to go at a 45. As we do, we get a surprisingly high amplitude rotation. And now that we're here, we're going to keep control over this arm, and we're going to sweep our two legs back. So our two legs cut back here so that we can land with our partner's arm pinned. That's going to give you enough time to wrap your partner's head, establish the cross face, and land in a good cross-side position. So, from a slightly different angle here, we're in a seated butterfly with a leg tucked. Our partner's advancing, we put a hand behind, we see the lacing of the leg with the near arm. So, we take an overclasped grip, we slide our body in, our hand, the one that was posting, moves to his wrist, and we bring our body through. Again, it's very important that you don't allow your knees to get collapsed here. Okay, we'll deal with that at another time, but for right now, we want to have our knee up. We slide in, we draw our partner towards us, and we throw our back to the floor. That brings our partner's upper body to the mat with our upper body and makes their legs light enough so that we can lift and sweep. Now from here, we tuck our legs back and we establish the cross-side position. So, from a slightly different angle, if you're on the top, this is what you're doing. You're looking to bring the arm through, okay? Then you're dropping the shoulder in the effort to bring the two knees together. When we're on the bottom, we can't accept our two knees getting smashed. If I feel like he's smashing my knees here, a lot of times I'll make a little bit of space between us by scooting back and posting so that we can bring our knee back up to the sky. Okay? So we have this position over the back, hand post. Look how we draw our body in, capture. Generally speaking, I prefer, if I feel stable, to get a grip and then slide. If I feel like by taking this hand off I'm going to get smashed down to the mat, I'm going to keep this hand slide first and then establish the grip. Okay, they're both good options depending on the circumstance. Now you're going to draw your body forward in. I know that I'm in a good place because I've got my head next to my partner's head. I'm going to relax, recline, elevate, lift, and circle our partner to the outside here. Come up to the top, and now we're in the top row, so there are all manner of attacks out of this position here. Upper body, you also often have Kimura attacks and other sorts of things like that. But, in short, what we're looking to do is take advantage of this lace leg position and the trapped arm. We sweep our partner out to this open side using a combination of an over back grip and control of that inside wrist. Don't forget that you need to slide your body in underneath your partner. If you try to recline before you slide in, you'll end up drawing your partner onto your legs, which will then get elongated, your knees will get flattened, and your guard will get passed. So that's a no, don't do that. Stay tight, make your body into a ball, slide your body underneath, and then the sweep is there for you. So this is an application of Yoko Sumi Gaeshi down on the ground. Hopefully it will be helpful for you.